Shalom, 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 Israel, Brother Amos with the Watchman for Israel. First and foremost, as we always do, we're going to give all praises to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushai, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and our forefathers after them and before us, right? To the men on the highways and byways, making their bodies a living sacrifice, doing all they can for the hopeful elect. I want to give y'all a strong shalom. To the sisters holding it down in the households, reverencing their husbands, being a teacher, good things to the younger women and to the children. I want to give y'all a strong shalom as well. And to the men and women forsaking this world and coming back to serving our God, Yahweh Shem Shah. I want to compel y'all to be at the Church of Berea, to search the scriptures daily and diligently to see if the words that we spoken them are true or not. Right? Let the words of Yahweh Shem Shah be true and every man a liar. If they don't speak, thus saith the Lord, coming from the Holy Bible, you need to flee far from them and seek and heap unto men who teach, thus saith the Lord, and not wickedness out of their own belly. It's a lot of soothsayers and false prophets and seducing spirits in these last days to cause Israel to go astray. Right, and it's our job as the watchmen for Israel and the respective other camps that are out who do this in sincerity to look over your souls to give an account for it. Right? This is 1 Corinthians chapter 14 and verse 33. So this lesson is going into, in all things, maintain order. Right? In all things, maintain order. Whether that be at your job, whether that be at your house, whether that be in the midst of brothers in the congregation, or sisters in the congregation, we should always maintain order, right? Because the Lord isn't the author of confusion, right? He's not the one that causes confusion. That's Satan, right? He's the accuser in all things to bring forth madness, right? The Lord deals with honor, integrity, and order, right? This is 1 Corinthians 14 and 33. For God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. So the Lord doesn't leave anything up for chance, right? It's not a, well, what does this say, or what does that say? The Lord is clear and precise on the law, statutes, and commandments. He's clear and concise, or precise, shall I say, on the things that, He requires of us and the things that He wants us to do. Where He's not the author of confusion, but of peace. That's why Yahushua is the Prince of Peace. He's coming to bring peace out of all this confusion that's going on. Where up is down, left is right, sideways is straight. And that's the times that we're living in. Much confusion. And the only people who truly have the sense to understand how to move in this world are the prophets and the elect, men and women who are set to be saved in these last days. Right? I'm going to jump down to verse 37. Right? So let me highlight it. If any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that are written unto you are commandments of the Lord. Right? If any man think himself to be a prophet, you gotta follow in the will of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. And that's a true saying right there. Everything that's written from Genesis all the way to Revelations are commandments of the Lord. Right? It's prophecy, it's understanding, it's wisdom. It's all things that come from Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It comes from above. So who are we to gainsay and speak against it? Because as soon as we start to gainsay and speak against it, that's when confusion, sedition, and all manner of wickedness come in. Right? And if you do have questions, it's a proper way to go about it. You don't have to ask questions in the midst of the body that gender confusion. Talk to somebody side by side in an intimate or private setting where you can get to understand it. Right? That's maintaining order. That's making sure things are done decently and in order. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant. Wherefore, brother, covet to prophesy and forbid not to speak with tongues. Let all things be done decently and in order. So all things have to be done decently and in order. The first time you feel like you're above Yahweh Shem Yahshai, you're above correction, you're above these scriptures, you're out of order. You're out of order, and you require that which comes to people who are out of order, which is the death of the heathens. Right? And that's the importance of making sure we move in the proper spirit in these last days. Because the closer we get until the coming of the Lord, the more people are going to come with existential amount of confusion. Right? We just had confusion dealing with the CV jump shots, the boosters and things of that nature. It's always confusion. But again, that's why I say the men and women of Yahweh Shem Yahshai are not going to be subject to that confusion. Because we're going to follow the Lamb wheresoever he goes. Right? Let's go to Romans. 13, we started verse 1. And it reads, let every soul be subject unto the higher power, for there is no power but Yahweh. The power that be are ordained by the Lord. So the powers that be are ordained by Yahweh Shem Yahshai. So what does that mean? The people who rule were set up by the Lord. The people who were in subjection were set up by the Lord. All things are done by his ordinances. All things are done by his commandments. Right? Esau wouldn't say, I'm not on top. But the Lord set him in order to be on top. Not in order, but in a way that he should rule. Salaki. Right? Verse number 2. Whosoever therefore resists the power, resisteth the ordinance of the Lord, and they that resist shall receive to themselves damnation. So if you resist these ordinances, this order that the Lord has set up, you're going to receive damnation. Right? Think about it in your house. Right? The order of the house goes Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, man, woman, and then child. Now, how would it look if the house was being run by the wife? You get monstrous children running around and doing what they want. And look at the damnation that we're catching. We got these YNs shooting each other, shooting the older men. There's no respect. Nobody has respect for anybody. Nobody knows how to love. Everybody's emotional. But you can't have emotional young men trying to be men. It's never going to work. And that's the problem that we're in now. The order's not set. But the Lord is setting us in order before the nations. We're seeing a power shift. We're seeing Yahweh Shem Yahshai put the men who need to be where they need to be to get things right through the spirit of him. And it's not an overnight thing, but it's coming little by little by little. And those who have faith see it. Right? It's like working out. Right? You don't wake up and then you got muscles, a six-pack, in shape. You see that little by little by little. By doing more and more and more, you get to see those things be set back in order. Right? So like I'm out here in this cold, I got one more precept I wanted to get. What was that precept? I'm having a brain lapse right now, but I want to say maintain order, Israel. Continue in the faith. Let nothing cause confusion. And with that, give honor and glory to the Most High. Shalom.